Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be filming a get ready with me using this Celestial Thunder palette finally that I got in BoxyCharm. It's like it's by Dominique Cosmetics. It's like the mini version of the Celestial Storm. So yeah, let me just go ahead and start putting my face on. So first I'm going to go ahead and use some chapstick because my lips are really dry, like so dry, wouldn't even believe it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. So the primer I've been using is the Becca Perfecting Base. It's supposed to help the Velvet Blurring Primer Perfecting Base. I don't even know if it's still available. It's supposed to help blur your face. It's really runny, so I just use that all over my face to give myself a perfectly help blur out the skin. I don't really know if it works that way. Like, I don't really see it working that way, but it primes my face, so that's really all that matters. And then I'm gonna top that with, actually, I'm gonna use this MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance in Radiant Yellow. It just gives me like a nice glow. It's like, oh, it's yellow like it says the name, but it gives a nice glow to the skin. Like, look at that. Like, it makes my skin look radiant and ready for the next chapter. Alright, so we're done with that for now. Okay, I'm looking to the side because my mirror is set up right there. Do I want to... Okay, I don't really know the formula of this, like if it's gonna have any fallout or not, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my face last. So what I'm using to prime my eyes is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer, and so that's what that looks like. I'm just using a small amount because a small amount for this thing goes a very long way. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna use my deluxe crease brush from Real Techniques to just blend this into the skin. It does leave like a little bit of like color behind this ABH primer. It's $23 for the full size or $13 for like a smaller size of this primer. I got this from my friend, so I didn't really have to pay for it, so I'm quite appreciative of that. This is 0.5 ounce, which is the same size as an eye cream, a full size eye cream, just to give you a comparison of what it would be like. And I only use like a pea size amount, and look how much I have spread out all over my face. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, so I'm gonna go in the palette with, start off and go in with this color in Lunar Eclipse. So what this is just like a it's just a small version of the palette. So basically it's just got it's got the same colors as the bigger palette. It's just got the small, like 8 shades instead of how I think it's like 12 that's in the other one. So yeah, it just gives me a chance to try this, like, Dominique Cosmetics without like having to spend the money, because I got this in, well, I did spend the money because I got it in a BoxyCharm, but it's not as like much as how much this actual palette costs, because I think her palettes are like $42 or $44, which isn't bad, but still, if I can get it in a BoxyCharm to try, I'd like that better. Okay, so that's Lunar Eclipse on that. Ooh, all over my lid. That's a nice color. That's a nice like one and done shade. Like, look at that. It's like a it's like a terracotta color, so that's nice. Okay, so then after I do that, I'm gonna go in with Storm Dust, which is this darker color right next to it, and Storm Dust is gonna go right in the crease in my outer V, and that's just to deepen up my outer V. I don't know if you can see it. It's not as deep as it, like in the pan it looks so very deep, but once it gets on your lid, it's not as deep as I would hope. I mean, it still deepens up, but not as deeply as I would have hoped. Okay. Like, these would be nice colors for that, like, no makeup day when you just want to, like, look put together, but not like you're trying too hard. Like, you want to be put together, but not like you're trying really, really hard. Okay, and so then I think, so this palette has 5 mattes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes, and then 3 shimmers. I'm trying to, ooh, this shimmer is kind of hard. This Eternal Light, it's pretty, but it's kind of hard pressed in the pan. Okay. Alright, that's Black Matter. Okay, I'm gonna do Fireball, which is a center red one right here on my lids. Ugh. Ooh, Fireball is beautiful. Look at that. Fireball is like my kind of color. This almost tempts me to get the big one, but this, like I said, it has 8 of the colors that are in the big palette, so I don't need it. But if you guys are able to afford it, or you can catch it on a sale, you could definitely pick it up. The formula is not bad. I didn't have, like, because I thought I was gonna have fallout, you guys, and I didn't have any fallout, so that's good. That's a plus. So there's that. The fallout was minimal. Actually, there wasn't any fallout because you don't see any on my face. I mean, there's a little bit here, but that's probably how I was applying the shade. So it's not that bad. The mattes aren't bad at all. And if you guys are wondering, I'm just using a Morphe brush. I got this like a long time ago in a holiday set, so I don't really know what the name is. I do buy some inexpensive brushes. I try not to buy too much from Morphe because, you know, I'm not a big proponent of them, but yeah. So this is I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it so you guys can see this palette in action. Swatching it. Alright, so I'm gonna go with, start here, and this is Eternal Light. This is the one I use on my lid, Fireball. This is Black Matter, and then this is their matte. So that's what those 4 look like. You guys see that? Alright, see those 4 right there? Alright, so Eternal Light, Fireball, Black Matter, and then what's that gray one called? Zero Gravity. Alright, the gray one's a little bit patchy. Alright, so stand up so you guys can see it. Okay, there you go. See how beautiful this color is? I wish it had a little bit more color in the base, so that it wasn't like, it didn't just look like a shade topper, because that's what it reminds me of, is a shade topper. Alright, so let's swatch the bottom 4 now. So we're gonna start with Lucid Dream, which is this nice hot pink, Storm Dust, which is the one I used on my outer V, and Lunar Eclipse, which is the one I used to start with, and then the last one is Mystic Ice. Not bad names at all. Okay, so that's what those look like. So here we go. Okay, and here's the other four, the remaining four. So that's what that palette looks like, all swatched out. Really nice and pigmented on my skin tone, which is what I always look for when I'm shopping for makeup, is that it will show up. So that's nice. I do like the pigmentation on this, like I said, except for the Eternal Light, which I feel is like more of a topper shade than anything else. So it's kind of useless in the palette if you ask me, but no one asked me, so there's that. Alright, I'm going to go in with my Fenty eyeliner, and I'm just going to go ahead and do a line real quick. This is the Fenty Fly Liner in Cause I'm Black. And then just go ahead and do that. So how I like to do my liner is I like to go in and start with smaller lines and then join them up till I get one big line, and then that seems to work for me. Alright, so then I'm watching the time, I gotta be somewhere. Grande Mascara Lash Boosting Formula. So it's their mascara with their lash boosting formula, with their lash serum in there, I guess. So it's supposed to make your lashes look better. So what I like to do is I like to put this on as like a primer, just to like prime my eyelashes for the next coat, because I feel like this gives me like nice definition to my lashes, but it doesn't do much for me as far as like what I would like to do. So I like to go in with a different mascara and get that mascara to do the work. Okay. So the mascara I've been finding myself using is the Wander Beauty Mile High Club. I got this in a BoxyCharm, otherwise I wouldn't have ever thought to get this one. And I actually like this mascara. Like, gives me lots of like length. Like, gives me sky high length. Like, I enjoy this mascara. Like, this is one of the mascaras that I would actually purchase. I got this in a BoxyCharm, so but I think this brand is sold at Sephora, and rarely does anyone talk about like their mascara or actually talk about keeping their products in general. But I actually find myself enjoying this mascara a lot. I have to go back over this liner over here. My liner tends to like run right here. Like my eyes water this way, which is weird. Who knew that happens? Alright, and so then I want to do my brows. And for my brows, I've been using the Benefit Goof Proof Pencil in the color 5. I find that I'm actually enjoying this product from Benefit. I don't normally enjoy a lot from Benefit because they don't have a lot that like does much for my skin as far as like matching in color, you know. But that's okay. It's not every brand needs to be for everyone. So it would be nice if every brand made something that worked for everybody, but not the case. Okay, so here we go. See, like, That's a nice color on my lid, on my brows. And I'm just doing like, following the natural brow. Just adding some like hair to my brows so it doesn't look so sparse. Okay, yeah, I don't really do much to my brows. I just want them to look filled in. That's it. Alright, and then for my face, I use the, and I'm almost done with it, which is, I'm so proud of myself. This is the Skin Feels Good from Lancome, the Hydrating Skin Tint Healthy Glow in the color 8, which is Honey. They don't really have a lot of shades in this. I think they have like 12, but it's a skin tint, so I find that it works really nicely on my skin as far as like getting like the color matching to my skin tone and making me look really nice and healthy. So I like to go in and like do this, and this is like my second bottle, you guys. So, and I never go back and get the same thing over and over again because there's just so much newness to try. And so when I tell you that I actually went through a tube of this and got another one to use, believe me, I like it, because that never happens. And see, look, it's like I can still see my own skin through here because I've been doing like a lot of like just focusing on my skin for like all of 2020 is what I was doing, is focusing on skin, not so much on makeup. So this one really like floats my boat, because look at my skin, it's just like healthy, dewy, just what I want my skin to look like, actually. Alright, and then the last step that I usually do in my makeup routine before I put on a little bit of powder is I do some concealing, and I just do a little bit here, here, and I do some down the bridge of my nose, and just right in the center of my forehead where I would get that little creasing line, and where I feel like I need a little bit more coverage on my face. I go in with this Sigma Beauty F79 brush, and then just right on there, I just pat it out. And this is just to cover my mustache, because I have one. Okay, and then I just go down the bridge of my nose, and there we go. And I like to just like sweep out and add a tap in, just add a little coverage. Okay, and then you guys, my next step is powder, and what I like to use is this Marc Jacobs, well, what I have been using is this Marc Jacobs, what is it called? Perfection powder. It's just a translucent setting powder. So I go in with my MAC 150, I believe. I've had this brush forever. So this is the brush before they went to synthetic. So this is actual, I think it's like natural hair or goat hair. I don't know. It's one of them. And so I just go in, and with this powder, I don't like to use too much, because even though it's like a translucent setting powder, these translucent setting powders that are white can leave a cast on my skin, because, you know, I am very much infused with the melanin. Okay, so I go in, I do that, and then you guys, bronzer. This bronzer is from MAC. It's the Taraji collab, so it's got like a nice red to it, and I just go in lightly. Sometimes, mostly, you guys, I mix like a lighter bronzer with my deeper bronzers because it does a little bit better color wise when I do the mixing, but I'm just doing this lightly and blending it into my skin a lot so that it looks really nice and like doesn't give me too much whatever's. Okay, so I'm gonna use this highlighter from MAC. It's called Stereo Rose. They always bring this out limited edition. It's got like a nice like pinky finish to it, so I don't necessarily need to use a blush when I use this. I usually do, but for today I don't need to because I just don't want to and I don't have the time. Like this brush like blends. This is the Luxie 512 small contouring brush that I'm using, but I use this for highlighter and instead of contour, and I find that I get a better outcome with my highlighter with this brush. Okay, and then just pop a little bit on my nose here and right there, and I'm just gonna pop some into my. I don't usually go across my forehead like this, but I just want to see if I like this shine right in the middle of my forehead. Okay. And then my last thing that I like to do is I like to set my face. I'm using, this is the Glisten Up from Fourth Ray Beauty, which is one of ColourPop's many sister brands. That says their illuminating mist. It's like their vitamin C. I got it in their holiday kit, so it's really it's a small one, so if I don't like it, I'm not out that much money. Okay, and then this is a part of my project pan, so it's good that I'm using that. And then I'm going to use this Pat McGrath For Real lip gloss and finish up my look. These are on sale right now, so if you wanted to try Pat McGrath lip gloss but don't want to spend Pat McGrath money, now would be the time to get it. Okay, so alright, this is the finished look, you guys. What do you think? Is it worth getting the big Dominique palette after seeing this small one in action? I don't know. You guys, I don't know what to tell you. It's your money. You spend it how you want to. I'm just here to show you what I got and the looks I came up with this one. Okay, let's just do a little bit of blending here. Okay. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. I really do appreciate that. Have a good day. Bye!